Hello everybody, welcome back to Wolfeei Extras. Today we're going to be looking at some more MCC stuff. I don't actually remember what I opened up, but there's a bunch. There's MCC news, there's Reddit, there's teams. I made teams as well, so we've got a lot to get into. First, to start things off, I uploaded a video today. I would really appreciate it if you watched it, if you haven't already. And yeah, thank you in advance. Next, MCC logo. Now people are freaking out. It's not actually that bad. People are very, opinionated on, or whatever, however you say that word, on the new logo. I made a meme. MCC got pringled, as you can see on the right. A simplified logo. Now Stefan or Noxite explained on Reddit about why they did it, which was time for a refresh. Old logo had artistic limitations, and also the other one was too similar to Minecraft branding. And for those of you who don't know, they cannot use Minecraft branding for their own like merch and stuff like that, because that's just they're not allowed to. Which is also why the Guardians and the Creeper teams were not allowed in the past, or couldn't continue, because it's Minecraft, so that's a switch. Now, if you have a really good eagle eye, you can see on the right that it says, did someone say news tomorrow? So we'll see what's gonna come out tomorrow. Obviously, most people were hoping for it to be a date for the next MCC, an idea of when it will be. Personally, I don't think it will, because I believe that they're gonna take a proper break and work on things to, make MCC significantly different. It doesn't mean that they're going to make the event entirely different, but make like a new game, make a bunch of changes, hopefully have an ace race map lined up at some point. Obviously they just had a new one, but have something lined up to be implemented soon, and maybe rework a game. I know that for MCC Island, they're bringing in Park Warrior and a new PvP game at some point. We don't know yet if this PvP game is going to be in MCC. My thoughts are, if it's not in MCC, it's likely a duels type game or something like that. If it's not like a duels type game, it's just like a mini game that could fit in MCC, it'll probably get put into MCC. However, I think if it does get introduced to MCC, which will probably be right off the bat, also would be good advertisement for MCC Island, so I could see it happening. If it gets added to MCC, I could see survival games being removed, because with that new game there, they have like 5 PvP games. They have survival games, Battle Box, Sky Battle, Meltdown, Meltdown's mostly PvP, and then the new game, if it is the new game that is going to be introduced. Obviously there's Build Mart, which is, potentially it's either going to get reworked or replaced, or it's not going to get reworked or maybe slightly changed, because obviously the majority of the players are not very fond of Build Mart or not very happy with it. I already stated in my last video that I've changed my opinion on Build Mart a little bit. I know someone pointed out that I said that Build Mart is good if you don't compare it to any of the other games, which obviously is a little silly, but I mean, like, I think Build Mart isn't bad. I think compared to the other games, because the other games are better, but that doesn't mean that the worst one is bad. It's like if you get straight A's, or let's say you get straight B's, right? And you get 1 C, but the C, I don't know how grades work. In the Netherlands, it's a grade from 1 to 10, and whereas 6 is like sufficient. So let's say you get straight 8, so an 8, number 8, you get a 6. Yes, that is your worst grade, but it's still sufficient. That's what I think of Build Mart, right? Regardless, we'll see if it's going to be a new date announcement. We're going to assume that it is, but it's probably not going to be, in my opinion at least. I hope they take their time, because they deserve to take some time, and they need to take some time. I spoke with Daniel Iltum at some point. I will not say what I talked about with Daniel Iltum. Nothing internally leaked or anything, before any of you assume that I have some inside info. I don't. I just spoke with him, and he seemed to appreciate the break. So yeah, let's continue. Obviously, I said Stefan talked about why they changed the logo for MCC. And then here's Marbu, which is one of the testers. For those wondering where the chicken went, he had a lovely dinner. Yeah, the chicken died. I don't know where it went, but oh yeah. So with the new logo, I'm gonna assume that they're gonna have a new team announcement template. And now I'm very excited about this. Maybe it's because I'm a team maker that I'm very excited about this. But I thought that, the template they used for a while was getting a bit boring, in my opinion. I'm hoping they figure something out for a new template that's a little bit more flashy, a little bit more fresh, one that feels new. And I pray that they have something like what they had in MCC 14. Now, I'll give a warning, because I know the artist that worked on the MCC 14 team announcements was a bad person, and I don't support their work. I'm just going to show the image. This is what they looked like. I think they look awesome. I know the artist is not good, and I don't support that, and I understand why MCC didn't continue using these, but it would be really cool if they had something like this, because this looked really cool. I want them to have this. I understand that they probably won't, but I'm praying. I have copium that they're going to do art profile pictures again. Oh my god, that's loud. I hope they have art profile pictures again, because these were like fantastic, and they'll make MCC look like super professional and whatever, right? Regardless, so that's that. Next, someone made a post on the Reddit about me doing the Reddit roundup. People were like, all things MCC didn't do it, and Wolfei's doing it, thank god. I'll continue doing it, probably. I haven't heard any complaints, so I'll just do it. I'll probably try to do a Reddit roundup on like the most posts from like the year or for all time, just to take a look. So yeah, next, here's a meme about the new announcement, or the potential news. We don't know what it is. I will say that for them to tease it sounds like it's probably going to be something substantial, right? I don't know what it is going to be. It would be really cool if it was Rising. I don't think it'll be Rising, but it would be really cool. The reason I don't think it'll be Rising is because I don't think MCC would return with Rising, especially if there's a lot of new content. They would want to have the new content be played by the, main roster who are going to get the most viewers, not Rising. I would love Rising, don't think it's going to happen. But yeah, we'll see what they're going to do. I'm actually pretty excited. I know some people might think that I will be biased against MCC because of Block Horse, but that is not true. I love MCC. I think it's great. I would love for both events to be able to coexist in a world where neither event, hurts the other one. Obviously, we'll try our best to not have the events be on the same day, but or the same week or whatever. But yeah, next up, I saw this post about teams. I saw some names on here that I had never seen, or almost never seen before. So I think this is interesting. I saw Scarlet Sleepers and started falling asleep. Anyways, so we have some teams here. First we have Schlatt and 3 other people. I think this is a podcast that they have, Sleep Deprived. Is that the right one? I don't actually know. I know Schlatt has a group of 4. So that's a cool one. Yeah, sure. SB, Skies, TPNR Frags, Luke the Notable. I think this is 100 Days people, and then Preston's there. Blonde Botems, that Hermits, good team. Harlequin Hermits, more Hermits, and Pete, good team. Then Green Team, Joko, Poke, iRush, and Yahya Mice. I would love to see that. That's really funny. The Teal Tryhards, Ledwig, Stans, Curtyway, Smollett. That would be a really cool team. We'll get to teams in a bit. I don't think Curry and Smollett will be in the first MCC back, but I hope that they'll be considered to join MCC. I've also been told that Smollett apparently is interested in MCC. I didn't know. I was told otherwise in the past, but some more trustworthy sources have told me that he's interested and that he's tried to ask, but apparently Scott hasn't. Apparently Scott doesn't respond. So if Smollett's not an MCC, it's not because of Smollett. So don't blame him. Aqua Among Us, 5-up Antfrost, Sykkuno Tubbo. Yep, that would be cool. That's a pretty strong team, actually. Sapphire Sidemen, that's unfortunately not going to happen, but that would be cool. The Cerise Chucklers, Ted, Slime, Rambu, Wilbur. Obviously, yeah, I mean, Schlatt's already on another team, but that would be cool. I like that idea a lot. Ted Nivison would be a fantastic ad. I don't think he would be in the first MCC back, but it would be cool. And the Pink Partiers, Smitty, Grizzy, Blarg, and Puffer. That's from the Smitty videos. That's their group. So real ones will know. The rest of this is like predictions. I'll be honest, I don't care. All right, next up. So you might be confused. Why are you showing me MCC 14? That is because this was the first MCC back. Last time they did a season break. You might be confused what that means. You know, between season 1 and season 2, there was a pretty long break. I think it was like 5 or 6 months. This was the first, this green team, you can see here, green team is the exact same as this. This was the first MCC back, and these were some pretty, good teams to start off with. Namely, the red team was fantastic to introduce first. Oh, sorry. The green team was cool on paper. I don't think it worked out very well. Cyan team looked really cool, but also wasn't really that strong. Obviously, Aqua team, we all know what happened there. And then Pink team, obviously Jack Manifold joining was big. Now, I wanted to show this because this is what happened when MCC came back for the first time after a break. Second time after a break, I didn't bring the image. They had 3 newcomers. This time in here, they had 3 newcomers. Can we expect MCC 29 or whatever MCC will be the first one back to have 3 newcomers? Maybe. I hope so. I was hoping for more, actually, because I think MCC's roster can use a bit of fresh air. But let's say they're going to have 3, right? These are the teams I made. So, we use a somewhat similar formatting to this. Obviously, Tommy is on the first team. We have Fruitberries on lime. Was green in this one? Oh, he was on purple. Fruitberries on lime. No, Pete's here again. There's some, some new people, some more recent players, and some interesting combos. Now, let's go through these. Red team: Tommy, Rambu, Sneeg, Amesy. Almost a Misfits team. You could replace Tommy with Callum. You could swap Tommy and Callum. I think Callum works really well on Pink, but you could swap them. It doesn't really make a difference. Yeah. Sorry. I don't know why I'm yawning so much recently. But Tommy, Rambu, obviously a duo that should happen again. I don't know if it's actually happened before, but if it hasn't, make it happen. Tommy Sneeg is a duo I like a lot. I think is a good duo. Rambu Sneeg is a good duo. Amesy works really well. Is good friends with all 3 of these people. Fantastic team. Is it strong? Yes. But so are the rest of these teams, I think. Also, want to say, just right now, before anyone thinks I'm trying to make balanced teams and then, they're not balanced. I didn't try hard to make them balanced. I tried a little bit, so there may be an outlier here or there. But for the most part, these are kind of balanced. Orange team: Antfrost, Scott, Pearl, Gemini Tay. Antfrost, Scott, good duo, and then 2 Hermits. I think Pearl and Scott is a duo that's happened quite a bit. And I think Antfrost and Gem was a good pair when they teamed. I think combined this works really well. I think Antfrost is a good candidate to be teamed with Hermits. I think he'll be up to the task. I think that'll be great. Next up, Yellow team, which will be the first newcomer. Also, I know I said Wally's on the wait list. Just because he's on the wait list and that's like the only one we know about doesn't mean that he'll be in the first event. I would love for him to join the first event, but he is a very good player, and there are a lot of good players in MCC, and there's not a lot of spots. As you can see down here, Hannah's not in, Purple's not in, Illumina's not in. I would love to put all 3 of them in, but they just, it's hard to justify. So yeah. Yellow team, Puns, Sylvie, Boomer, Gumi. I originally had Hannah in Puns' slot, but with Boomer being a newcomer, it's a little risky to have Hannah as the lead player. Hannah gets the same treatment Harvey gets, which is where she gets put as the strongest player on the team in a place where statistically there should be someone who is like top 5, and then there's Hannah who has not gotten top 5. But I think Yellow team's great. It's like a pummel party. Don't they have a thing like a PP sat? I think Gumi hosts those lobbies. I think all of these people have been in those before. I could be wrong, but I think it's a great team. Boomer joining. I think Boomer is probably on the wait list. I don't think he's confirmed it anywhere, but I will assume that he is. If Wally is, I think Boomer has a good chance of being on the wait list. And yeah, I think that team is a great team for Boomer's first event. I think Boomer Gumi is a good duo. I think Boomer works well with Sylvie and Puns. Like I said, Pummel Party team works fantastic. I just had to hydrate real quick. Thank you. Lime team, Fruitberries, Joel, Grian, Impulse. Fruit and Joel is a classic duo. I want to put Fruit and Grian on the team because I know Grian likes teaming with Fruit, and obviously Fruit will like teaming with Grian as well. So I had them 3 together, and I thought, you know, give them Impulse. He's new to the event. We'll make the team a bit more interesting, and a good 4th teammate. Impulse is a great guy, so he'll work well. Next up, Sapnap, Phil, Jack Manifold, and Connor. This team could be a little weak, but they do have Sapnap and Phil. And Connor, so, you know, it's going to win automatically because it has Connor. Yeah, this team's great. Very funny team. I would love to see it happen. I would love to see Connor in the first event because I love Connor. He's great. So, yes, that's green. Cyan team is a Vault Hunters team. Pete, Sparkles, Iskal returning, and Kara. Will it happen? We don't know. I hope Iskal gets invited. I think he'll fit in MCC very well. I don't know if he's still interested in playing in MCC. I don't know the status on that. If he's not, you could replace him with, you know, is there another newcomer who would make sense there? Small Ant would be okay. Don't think he's going to join because I don't think he's able to ask Scott, but that'd be cool. Doc M77 I think is a good shout as well. I had Azuma on this list as well. Here's Azuma. He could be in as well. Here are all the other people that I think have at least a percentage chance. Some people are not as likely, but these are just people I thought had an okay chance, you know. Doesn't mean that they're going to join. Just a percentage, tiny percentage chance at least. So yeah, that's Cyan. Vonter's team. Aqua is 5-up, Foolish, Finster, and Saikuno. Saikuno is also a newcomer, I just realized, but oh well, I guess I added 4. Technically, if you replace Iskal with a current player, like I don't know, let's say Iskal doesn't join, right? You put Cup Fan. There you go. Done. So yeah, that's I mean, yeah, Aqua team. Obviously, Sakuno Foolish is a duo. Sakuno 5-up is a duo. Finster I would like to see return because I think Finster is a great player in MCC as well. And yeah, cool team. Blue team, H-Bomb, Harvey, and False and Scar. H-Bomb and Hermits works well. Give Harvey someone on the team that is not, you know, make Harvey not the top player on a team. Also great. Would love to see, you know, Harvey with Tommy and Sneak as well, but this combination just worked really well. And then purple team, Jojo, Tubbo, Bekimon, Ollie. I think this is a fantastic team. Probably very strong, but, you know, I think Tubbo, Becky is a good duo. Origins, they've interacted a lot. They've also met IRL. Ollie works well too on that team. And then Jojo to finish it off. I think Jojo makes the team, you know, very cohesive. Very good. And then finally, the last but definitely not least, Fire, Breathman, CPK, Wilbur, and Shovel. Obviously, I will cope until the day that it happens that Shane will be in MCC again. Will it happen? Who knows? Like I said, there's a lot of good players in MCC, and he has a lot of competition to compete against in filling those slots. He's currently competing with Hannah, Purpled, Illumina, Dave, and potentially Wally, or any of the people down here. That could, be a good spot here. Is it gonna happen? Maybe. I hope it happens. It works really well. Shane knows everyone on the team. Callum knows everyone on the team. Wilbur knows everyone on the team. Shovel knows everyone on the team. It's fantastic. Everyone knows each other. They're friends. At least Callum, Wilbur, and Shovel are friends. Shane and Callum are friends. He knows the other two. Fantastic team. Anyways, that'll be it for MCC, news. What do you think of the new profile picture? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Or do you like it? Let me tell me in the comments below. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.